Welcome in here to Elevate. This is Tara, and I started this last week. I started a different way of doing the videos instead of 12 separate videos. I'm just doing a weekly vibe where I talk a little bit about what's going on in general, and then I do a few readings. And last week I did 3 readings. This week I'm feeling more like 2 is appropriate. And so the main thing is this is the week here of change as we move from 2025 and welcome in the new year of 2026, right? And also it's Capricorn's birthday. And Capricorn season is really big right now. The stellium is going on in Capricorn, and that just means there's a lot of stuff going on basically in Capricorn in general terms, let's just say. So what's going on in there besides the sun? Mercury moves in there on the 1st. Mars is already there, and Venus as well. And if you want to get into things that are a little bit smaller, Juno, the asteroid, is moving in to Capricorn as well. So it's a very good time here as we move into the new year here in Capricorn season. Of course, to set forth what you want in the new year. This is really a good time this year to think of things in long terms. What's slow and building for the future here is very good as we move into this week, into this new year. And happy birthday, of course, to the Capricorn. And we have a full moon this week as well. A full moon here, it's on the 3rd, and that's in Cancer. And that is Cancer's own planet. And Cancer is the water sign. So emotion and home life, and with the steadiness of the earth, and what do you really want to move forward with in the new year? And there might be some emotional stuff that gets brought up this week with that moon in Cancer that has to be resolved here as you move into a newer self. The one other aspect I'm going to bring up here for the vibe, and the main vibe is this asteroid that has been in Aries for a really long time. Chiron, it's been in there since 2018, and it doesn't leave until 2026. And this asteroid here is just starting this week. It's been, it looks like it's been going backward, and that's like we considered that retrograde, right? But this week it's like standing still, and it's going to look like it's standing still to us, and then next week it's going to progress forward here. And so that's kind of a thing to think about, because that's that wounded healer. And so this is a time for positive and practical healing here as we move forward with this little bit of health here in whatever area you do have Aries in your chart. All right, and so that's what I'm going to say here about the main vibes going on out there. And I want to move on to tarot readings. The 2 tarot readings I will do is one with Steampunk Tarot deck. You could choose that one. The other one will be with the Goddess Tarot deck at 2 different readings this week. And then and I'm going to change how I did the readings, trying to streamline this new idea of mine here. And then I still will use this Oracle deck here with 1 card for each reading. And so the Goddess Tarot will be the second deck that I will use. The first deck I will use will be the Steampunk Tarot deck, and you could choose either one or watch both. And then the Oracle here of the Mystic Moments. All right, so thanks for joining me for this part of the reading, and I'll see you for the first reading. Thanks. Hi, welcome for this first reading for this week of the 29th of December. We move from one year to the next, and the Steampunk Tarot deck is the main part of the read. I'll use that deck, and then let's first grab the Oracle of the Mystic Moments and see what card, as we 2 and 3 splitting the deck. What do we get is protective nest. Protective nest. Card 25 here. Protective nest. And so let's shuffle now our steampunk and see what we do get here. On the split is the center of the reed. It goes along with the protected nest. We have Judgment here in the reverse. Let's check it out upright. This Judgment, we have 2 people and a third individual acting as maybe a party to help in negotiation between the 2 or something like this. And shuffling the deck in the past. In the situation, we have another card that is upside down, the Tower, and this is also a higher arcana card. So something came along pretty fast and changed something here. This is where the environment, outside environment, somehow changed some things up. This could be where nature itself changed stuff up. This could be where things were changed because of like moving into a new environment, you know, and everything, you start from ground zero again. And so there's a new awakening, right? But whatever it was in the past, it came pretty quickly here. This is in the upside down. So it's always 2 sides to a story here, and so we'll see what the first side point of view here is, energy is a 9 of Pentacles, and this is a slow movement here. This is an energy that doesn't progress very fast, but as they go, they pick up, like I want to say, backing along the way. They pick up like the proper people to help them out, or they are going to groups that they can get support from. Something like this. It's like a campaigning here or something, in a very slow movement forward with this first energy. And so the other side of the situation, it could be one or the other. So seeing it. And is this Wheel of Fortune? This is a higher arcana card, and this is where receiving gifts that when they come forward, utilizing the gifts at that time and knowing like how to act on as the wheel is turning, you know, an offer comes in, and it's knowing like that's the correct offer to jump on and do that thing so that you can get out of the cycle that you've been going through, right? That's something about the Wheel of Fortune, is understanding like when you're up on the wheel and this is the time to grab that gold ring, and you're actually going to grab it. And it's then the time passes by, you know, and you won't be able to grab that ring again. But there's certain times of recycling through, right? And, you know, are you going to repeat a cycle here? Who's ever seeing the point of view, or are you going on to a brand new cycle because you're in a high position here to grab some sort of a new beginning or new understanding here. So let's take a moment and just look at all these cards together and see what energies we have. Of course, water energy comes up here in the tower, earth energy with our pentacle card, air energy with our judgment, and this card, the Wheel of Fortune, brings in all of the elements, right? And it's all of the signs that are fixed here. And so when the wheel actually moves, it takes a lot of effort to create a change in a positive way. And so with this energy here being a slow moving energy and slow to progress, we have you know, the gaining of momentum can be very slow, and then there's always a repeat of the day before, the travel seeming the same, getting up in the routine, even if it might be in a different place, different space, the routine is still basically the same. There's something about the momentum here of that, right? And so these two environments here, we have an energy that's looking to change in the most positive way, and we have an energy that wants to like keep things in a way of searching, in a way of always having to keep gaining something, and you know, the search for the next gain, for the next new the Knight is the traveler of the money, the traveler of investments, the traveler of the work, right? So they're looking for a new space to make that earning, right? And they're always looking for that, right? And the Wheel of Fortune here is saying is learning when would be the time to grasp that change. You know, when is the time to move and take the Knight seriously, to move into that next environment, you know, that next town, that next house, something like that, grabbing the next job, grabbing the next Wheel of Fortune, something about these two environments working together here to create the same change forward. We have the Judgment here in an upside down position at the heart of the matter, and the first card we pulled out, the Oracle of the protection of the nest, and there's something here where there's a lot of in the most personal environment here needing to be there's protection in this, and a need for individuals to state their case, how they see it, how they view it, and there seems to be this need here for this third party to record, or this third individual to maybe justify each one's opinion, or giving each one their say, and having somebody there to be a mentor for this, or something for these two individuals. There's something about maybe finding the right person to do this, right? Because, you know, in the Tower here, this is about the house too. This is about the personal environment. and this was in the past, and so something changed up here, and there's been this slow recognition of this change, and both parties wanting to make things better here, but there's a need still to seems to have to be. Well, I'm not sure, so let's get a card for each of the parties. And party A here is another upside down, is the Seven of Swords showing up with our Pentacle energy. And let's see, with the Wheel of Fortune is the Knight of Wands showing up also with energy that is so it's not showing up in its best knighthood here. This energy is not in their best work environment. They're not in their best time of or place, and so this is why this energy here wants this maybe to take an advantage of grabbing that ring of some sort of an offer here, a job offer, a new surrounding offer, or something like this. So this is one of the energies, and this energy wants to do this momentum forward. It's because this card is saying is because they're not happy right now in their previous environment of work in some way. Something about it is not satisfying to them, right? And this energy, the night energy, says that they are it's like they can't handle any more information, or they can't handle any more if it's a campaign of some sort, they can't handle any more ideas for the campaign, any more people on board with opinions and their way of doing it. It's like this person wants to streamline here, and so that maybe there's something about these two energies why they need this cooperation here of this third party, because they both look at the situation in such different ways, and they both want different things right now in the environment, whether this is work environment and it's a boss and a worker, if it's a client, if it's something that in somebody's house itself, and it's both are looking and seeing things so differently here, and this is why they need this this third interpreter here to help out in the situation. And that's what the story I am getting for the Steampunk Tarot deck. So if this resonated in some way, like, subscribe, or share. And I'm gonna go ahead and move to our second reading of the week, and thanks for joining me for this one. Bye. Hi, this is Tara. Welcome in to Elevate for this second reading for this weekly. Go ahead and shuffle our Goddess Tarot deck, split it, see what we have in the center is the Queen of Cups here in the reverse. This has been a week of a lot of reverse. I will go ahead and draw the Oracle of the Mystic Moments here, but one card from there that may or may not resonate in some way. I mean, we'll see as we go along, but we don't have to figure it out right away. Elixir of Life showing up here. Elixir of Life. And, well, I think that resonates pretty close with our Queen of Cups here at the center of our reading with our goddess. Let's look at her upright, holding her cup here. What's she drinking? What's her elixir of life? We have it in the reverse. Might not be the best emotional week here. Let's see what we have for the two energies that surround this. Is first energy here is the Five of Staves, the Five of Wands, and this is when we struggle here with self. This is when it looks like it's personal with the Queen of Wands at the center in the upside down and the elixir of life. Looks like a week of not the most health. Maybe you haven't been eating enough or properly getting the right nutrition. This could be maybe you haven't been exercising properly. And so whoever's with resonating with this group here, this first group, you or other parties here, yourself, either parts of yourself here, struggling 5 parts this week, out of whack, and maybe just because it's the holidays, you're out of your normal system, right? Or it could be you and other individuals at some sort of a battle, but it seems personal here, like it's a self trying to pull the self together, self battling with the Queen of Elixir upside down and the Queen of Cups elixirs, yeah, and the elixir of life showing up with that mystic moment. Let's see what the second energy, how are you two interacting with each other, what's going on here is the Seven of Swords, and so second energy is well, they want to, they're very opinionated individual, right? And they also hold maybe they have knowledge that other people don't have, or they believe that they do. Maybe they hold certain documents in some way, or they have they just have certain, they could be, a lot of times this is like a spy card, or they, so they could be somebody who whatever their position is, they just hold more information on stuff. Even like just whatever their job is, they could hold more information on that job in the people in the office. It could be talked about, something like this. But this person has an advantage here of information, and it might not be in the best of light. That's what's being discussed here. And it can also be talked about here, having the latest in advantage in like how what's used technology wise, either in health fields or communication wise. This can also be like where this person has a advantage in this sort of a situation here being talked about. With the Queen of Elixirs and this together, the technology could be food and eating and health, and like somebody, this could be where somebody is not willing to let others in on their secret of their health, and even though they could, there's something that this could be talked about with the center card and this energy here. With the self-battlement card going on, and not getting like the proper rest, the proper eating, the proper exercise, things like that with the self going on. There's a looking into looks like the diet could be the most heavy, with both the elixir of life showing up here and our Queen of Cups, right? And if this is all, this could all be talking about nutrition and eating and just simple daily habits. And this could be saying that energy A here is struggling, and energy B here is not struggling so much with it. They have a knowledge, and they have practical things that they're doing, but they're not like in a sharing position here with A. And this is even talking about there's some sort of a emotional thing here between the two that's keeping this block. I don't know if A just can't, is so weak here, this group here, this person is so weak that they can't make the proper communication to get into the help person, right? And so it's maybe that this person doesn't want to share. It's that they don't know how to get to the person with help that needs the help with help, something like that. But let's get one more card on each of them, because that's what we've been working on, getting a clarifier for each energy. Energy A, and another rod energy, and this is in the upside down, and the first rod energy. So their first energy matches their second energy, and so it's like this energy doesn't want to take a pause or a time out, a time to, to focus on the self, mind, body, and soul. They don't. This energy says there's something about the need for this. They think they need to keep going and not take the time to rest properly in this situation. That's something that's going on there. Let's see with this second energy is so they have the Magician showing up here as Isis. This is right, the healer. This is the doctor. This is the person that can help out. This is the one with the knowledge that went and got the degree, right? But somehow there's maybe it's just because it's the season this week, maybe you can't get into the doctor because they're on their own vacation and doing their own thing, Group A. And Group B is the doctor here, and they're like, oh, I'm not going in and reaching people that need me because I'm taking time off. It could be just like as simple as that, but there is this group is not taking the time. They aren't creating a communication, even though their body is saying they need rest. They need some 5 parts of battling with self here, and they're saying if this was upright, they would be willing to rest the self, acknowledging the time of time out. But this is saying that they're not, so they might, and there's nothing here with this group here of wanting to communicate or to reach out for any help, right? So that's why I'm saying that. Elixir, getting help, both of these at the center card and with our Oracle of Mystic Moments are almost the same identical card. The woman sitting, facing the same direction, one smelling a rose that she has in her hand, the other with the cup in her hand, looking towards a better health. This one's saying they don't know how to go about it, or they don't know how to reach the person. This person with the knowledge, this person who knows how to cook the right meals and get the person on the correct diet, or whatever it is that this person holds to help out the second person. They don't know how to get a hold of that person to help them to with this elixir of life. So this week it might just be that things are out of sort because of the holidays, and it's just not a week to start that new program. But you might feel, Group A might feel a little bit emotionally distraught. Somebody is a little more emotional about the situation here. Let's turn that Queen upside down and think about being positive, smelling that rose and breathing in that new abundance and some new health this week for this group here. And so this is what I have. If this resonated for you, group B, in some way, give me a little comment, like, subscribe, share, and see you on a video down the road. Thanks for watching, for listening. Bye.